The tech industry is constantly coming out with new inventions, and it's rapidly evolving. While some have already incorporated themselves into our daily routines and lives, many more are yet to come. And in this video, we present to you the most futuristic technologies that will soon be with us. But first, please like and subscribe to this channel, and then sit back and relax. Space mining. It sounds like the storyline of a very far future astronaut movie going into space to intercept meteors and asteroids and collect vital elements from them for our planet. But more than 12,000 asteroids with concentrations of iron ore, nickel, and precious metals that are significantly higher than those found on Earth have already been spotted by NASA. In other words, it might be worthwhile to invest in pricey space travel to extract such elements. The race by corporate giants like SpaceX suggests that it won't be long until we see a real case of space mining, even though the space industry has not yet flown planes off our planet to mine metals. By connecting business owners in the aerospace industry with possible investors and space agencies, the Spanish company Disrupt Space promotes the emergence of this new activity as well as others in the space economy. Flying taxis. There are already people who have their sights set on the sky. Flying taxis are the next frontier for a good number of entrepreneurs. While the arrival of the autonomous car seems imminent, and a good example of this is the growth of startups dedicated to this sector, there are already those who have set their sights on the ground, that they are successful in getting funding for the development of their ideas. Thus, if Uber intends to introduce flying taxis by 2023 and Airbus is already testing its prototypes, the startup Lilium has raised $90 million to develop its flying taxi, and JB Aviation has closed a round of financing with $100 million provided by industry titans like Toyota and Intel. Mind uploading to cloud. The futuristic idea of mind uploading suggests transferring a person's consciousness into a computer, making immortality possible, because even if our bodies fail, our minds will live on and could even be implanted into androids in the future. Even if it seems ridiculous right now, this activity has the potential to grow into a lucrative industry. Rafael Yuste, a Spanish scientist, has already engaged in the crucial preliminary stage of mapping human neurons. From there, businesses like Eternity.me will be able to gain a deeper grasp of how the human brain functions to implement this cutting-edge method of accommodating our minds in computers. 3D metal printing. Already, it appeared that 3D printing held great promise for reducing the cost of repairing many household items and gadgets. In actuality, the market for additive manufacturing already exists, and it is predicted to soon reach multi-million-dollar levels. It's predicted that by 2023, the 3D printing industry will be worth more than $30 billion. Then, thanks to the further advancements in technology, what once appeared unthinkable is now possible. Until recently, it was prohibitively expensive to make products out of materials other than plastic. The development of 3D printing by metals by businesses like Fabricate Labs and Markforged, however, has opened up a whole new realm for the production of any product. In reality, it's already a possibility that businesses may hold mass production and stock things instead of producing them on demand. Smart cities. The future may see the actual deployment of a whole army of sensors in cities if the smart city strategy has not yet been seen in our streets at the point of truth. There is already discussion of a novel idea known as sensitive cities, in which developers reimagine neighborhoods rather than attempt to modernize ancient streets. Disease prediction. While genetic analyses are now more widely available to the general people as a result of a sharp decline in their price and to learn more about their ancestors, the truth is that the field of science enables much more than simply understanding our origins. More specifically, the diseases we may develop in the future could be predicted using a person's genetic makeup. Some businesses currently sell kits that enable customers to send DNA samples for analysis to look for potential disorders. Generative antagonistic networks. The future of artificial intelligence is known by the complex moniker GAN, which stands for the General Artificial Neural Network. It's a kind of algorithm that can create visuals, whether they be pictures or movies, and make them look real to anyone's eyes. Artificial intelligence tricks people by using 2 neural networks, and for the time being, this technology is controlled by Goliaths like Google, Facebook, or Nvidia. Its potential predicts that its industry will be worth $1 billion in a few years because specialists in the field of deep learning already regard it as a revolutionary method. Bionic body members. Bionics aims to transcend human limits, particularly when these interfere with a patient's day-to-day activities. As a result, the American startup iBionics, based in Ottawa, is developing a method to enable the blind to see. But don't expect a pair of spectacles. In reality, the North American startup's bionic concept is almost unnoticeable to the eye. A millimeter-sized chip made of a substance that is compatible with our bodies would be inserted in the afflicted eye inside a tiny diamond cage. Other projects, however, look to bionics for other, perhaps more obvious solutions. This is the case with British Open Bionics, which has created a 3D printed arm for kids that develops as they age. The bionic limb adjusts as they grow and can thus support them as they mature. Holograms. Currently, the only way to see someone who is somewhere else is through a video call, which is considerably different from the popular but non-existent holograms that George Lucas popularized in Star Wars. However, this technology is developing, and many initiatives are on the verge of creating these 3-dimensional representations of things that are located elsewhere. We can forecast that holograms are near to being a reality of our day-to-day life, and that it might also be an appealing industry in which to invest, thanks to the startups Leia and 8i, as well as multi-million-dollar projects like Microsoft HoloLens and Magic Leap. Printed food. The potential of printing food in 3 dimensions is even more amazing. The first 3D printed food restaurant opened its doors in London in 2016. It's not a one-of-a-kind or extravagant project, as we did with space mining to start the video. This compilation includes with a market that is already established. Without further ado, the startup Natural Machines sells its Foodini, a 3D printer that allows for the creation and preparation of food. Beyond the novelty of the approach, practical uses for this technology are already being sought. One such example is a German company BioZoon, which has developed 3D printed foods that, once solidified, quickly return to powder when consumed. And how does it help? Its remedy is intended for elderly folks who have trouble swallowing solid foods. Quantum computing. Do you think studying subatomic particle behavior seems like science fiction? It's closer than you may imagine. With the use of this amazing technology, we'll be able to produce new materials, find better ways to absorb nitrogen so that fertilizers can be made in a more efficient and environmentally friendly manner, and control molecules at the pharmaceutical level. Blockchain. Most likely, you're already familiar with blockchain technology, the best technique to manage information that applies to 1,000 different industries, including finance, health and automotive industry, and marketing. Companies, employees, and ultimately society are unintentionally embracing new practices and digital skills, despite the resistance to change that exists. The problem for humans is to use it to our advantage to increase the accessibility of quality in our way of life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, the subscription button and the notification bell to get notified when new videos are uploaded from this channel. Please share your thoughts about the most futuristic technologies that will soon be with us in the comment section below. Thank you.